Come on, baby! Woo! That's right, I told all of you Asmonites, I told the world from day one, promo one of It Begins, Y2J is back. And we're going to talk all about it today on the Razman's Reality. Sorry for the somewhat bad lighting, by the way. Anytime you see this, it's because of lack of sun. I just have a little lighting in my room, but yeah! He's back! The end has come. The third coming is here. Y2J has returned. And I can just hear the naysayers and the crybabies now like, oh, Jericho didn't reinvent himself. We've seen Y2J twice. Well, okay, every time somebody returns, they're gonna get cheered anyway. Like I said in the video yesterday, the only way that you could have got immediate heat on Y2J would have been if he had attacked Punk right away and been associated with John Laurinaitis. So, this was a much better thing for them to do. Allow the crowd to choose between the two of who they're gonna pick to cheer for. And the other thing that happens is that we haven't seen Y2J since 2007. So to me it still counts as a reinvented character because he can do it differently. He can play a face differently now than he ever has. And the only thing that really confused me about the return last night was the same thing that confused everybody else. And that was, why didn't he speak? Why did Chris Jericho just play off the crowd the whole time and not speak? Well, I don't think that was scripted. I think the crowd was so emotional last night that Chris Jericho just played it off and allowed him to have that reaction. And then next week he'll cut a promo, and even if it was planned, it has the same effect because it builds toward more suspense for Jericho. Like, what is Jericho going to say? What are his reasons for coming after Punk? Because I still firmly believe, even though Jericho played Y2J last night, that I still firmly believe that he is going to feud with CM Punk. It's the only thing that made sense, or makes sense for him right now. And that is really all I want to touch on. We saw some interesting things with Kane last night, his monster character sort of progressing. I still don't like the fact that he talks, but I'm not going to review Raw as a whole because a million different people are going to do that. We might have some wrestling stuff on this week's radio show. The Razman's Reality Radio Show might have more of an in-depth discussion on It Begins and Chris Jericho, but with me already having put up a video about how I think Jericho and Punk should be booked yesterday, there wasn't really much else that I wanted to touch on. So that's it for me this week as far as wrestling goes, because I still have to show off most of my Christmas haul, so I'm not going to do wrestling the way it ought to be on Friday because I've already done 2 wrestling episodes this week. So, as always, feel free to leave comments, video responses. Let me know what you think about Y2J's return. And I will see you for another wrestling video next week, and of course, entertainment videos for the rest of the week. Oh, and one other thing, when Rotisserie Jamie uploads her video, you might hear me in the background because I was on the phone with her as it was happening. So you might hear me in the background of that. So you didn't get to have my live reaction on video because of copyright issues, but you might be able to have it on her channel via poorly done phone audio. So if that happens, you can laugh at that. This is reality according to the Razman. And Razman style, it's not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.